Hi everyone, how y'all doing? So this is a follow-up video on my earlier post this morning where I was creating sensitization on the need for us to have our personal BP apparatus at home. And that's basically for those who are currently managing high blood pressure. If you're currently managing high blood pressure, it will be a very good idea for you to have your personal monitor at home, because you will not have to, live in uncertainty. Oh, I don't know if my blood pressure has gone high. Oh, I don't know, this headache that I'm having now, could it be that my blood pressure has gone high? Oh, which pharmacy is open right now? Where can I run to go and check my blood pressure and all of that? You don't need to put yourself through all that stress. Once you have a BP monitor at home, all you need to do is monitor your BP first thing in the morning. You can also monitor at night, depending on your situation. And then if you're currently on medication, please keep up with your medication. The T I mentioned earlier does not mean that you do away with your medications. Please keep up with your medications. It's important that you keep up with your medications. Those medications are like your lifesaver. So do not stay away from your medications. The essence of me sharing that tea, or rather showing the tea I take, is for me to share my personal experience with that tea. Each time I take that tea, it actually stabilizes my blood pressure. So that's the reason why I thought about sharing it for those who are still, having difficulties managing their blood pressure, most especially if you're taking your medication and you're still not, getting you're still not getting that stability that you should have. Although if you have that kind of experience, I think you should still consult your physician if you're not getting any improvement with your medication. And then for those who asked me, what are the triggers? Yeah, there are studies have shown that there isn't one factor that actually causes high blood pressure. There are combinations of factors. But before I delve into that properly, I want us to know that, first of all, I'm not a medical personnel. I'm a trained healthcare personnel. So I can only provide you with just the basics about the causes of high blood pressure. One of such causes is age. As we age, as we get older, it's natural for the arteries to get stiffen as a result of age. So that is also a trigger for us to come down with high blood pressure. Another factor is genetics. If our parents already having high blood pressure, the possibility for us to come down with high blood pressure, it's very, very high. Lifestyle is also a contributing factor. If you indulge in high alcohol consumption, smoking, and then maybe you're already faced with a stressful job, business, or whatever it is that you're doing, and you're constantly stressed out, you're not having sufficient sleep and all of that, that can also be a trigger. Finally, salt, high sodium is a trigger. From personal experience, I know that high consumption of salt can trigger your blood pressure. So one of the ways to avoid or manage high blood pressure is to slash down on salt consumption. Very, 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 very important. And then for those of us in Nigeria, I've observed that most of our spices are coated with sodium, high sodium. And so especially the ones for stew, the one for meats, and the one for preparing our meats, our soups, and our stews are coated with high sodium. You need to run away from such spices. Instead, go for natural spices. So what I always do is that every time I buy spices, I go through the ingredients. Once I notice that they are coated with high sodium and they are not natural, I do not buy them. So just watch out for those high sodium spices. And also for me, I was also advised that you cut down on high consumption of palm oil because of high cholesterol. That can also contribute to your blood pressure going very high. For lovers of afang soup and all of those soups that request plenty of palm oil, please watch out. You may not be doing yourself good by consuming so much palm oil. So you can actually control your usage of the quantity of the palm oil you use for your soups. And then another way to avoid, or manage the high blood pressure is to engage in daily exercise. Let's say 30 minutes exercise daily. Brisk walk can actually help. And then regular check is important. Then managing your stress. Ensure to give your body enough sleep, enough rest. It's very, very important. And then eating right is very, very important. Food that contains potassium are very good for your heart health. So if we can consume more of omega-3 foods, leafy green foods, and then bananas, potatoes, and all of those, potassium-rich food can actually help us, with our heart health, and then in managing your blood pressure. So that's basically what I wanted to share with us this afternoon. The need for us to keep up with our medications, the need for us to regularly exercise, and then managing our weight. Yeah, that is also a focus for me because I've told myself this, you've got to manage your weight. You need to look out for this. So we need to manage our weight as much as possible. And then all those snacks that contains plenty of salt, please run away from them. You don't need them if you're already managing high blood pressure. So that's about what I wanted to share with us this afternoon. You enjoy your afternoon. Take care. Thank you.